Welcome, everyone. Welcome. This is a presentation of the One-Stop Shopping Initiative OSSI Launchpad. And some of you in the room already know that I'm very excited about it. Very. So excited that I started without someone. And I looked in the back of the room and I saw Dr. Matthews waving her arms and I said, oh my God, I have a heckler. So here we are. It's been a long journey. It's been a tough journey. And I can look at some of the people in the front row that's been on the development team and they can testify to that. We've used checks and balances against one another, but we've done our thing to make this happen. Dr. Matthews mentioned in her presentation that in 2007, okay, 3 years ago, the concept of one-stop shopping was formed, as well as the concept for NASA Student Ambassadors. That's when she came up with the domain name, intern.nasa.gov. That's a ringing domain for internships. Unfortunately, one-stop shopping, being such a huge initiative, wasn't going to happen overnight, okay? So what we did, we were able to release the NASA Student Ambassador Program first and use the intern.nasa.gov domain name, okay? So that's where intern.nasa.gov came from, and the concept, as Dr. Matthews described earlier in the presentation. Developing the Launchpad, it took into consideration the OSSI model, which is built upon the 4 most important pillars that you've seen upstairs. A lot of you see this diagram in your handout. Built on recruit, retain, develop, select, place, and mentor, workforce entry, and longitudinal study. And there's national branded NASA student opportunities, and workforce development processes. And at the top of this is building a workforce pipeline for students engaged in NASA mission-related research, education, and space exploration. It was emphasized to me building the Launchpad that we are to put the students first. So when we designed this, we talked to the ambassadors, we talked to the students to find out, what do you like? And today's students, Gen Y students, are involved in social media, video games, internet. So we're competing against all of this different media simultaneously. So we decided, well, let's try to do something interactive, okay? So that we can keep them engaged, so we can capture their attention. Because a lot of times some of our websites are really plain and useful, okay? I'm not doubting it, useful, because it gives us the information that we need directly. But our attempt was, okay, let's take the ambassadors' needs first. What we've done is we've worked with several teams to come up with our first wireframe. This wireframe was released back in December of 2009. Am I correct, Dr. Matthews? Okay, 2009. And it was released to the public so everyone can put their eyes on it, throw darts at it, and give us some feedback on what they think. And me, myself, I looked at this and I said, wow, looks pretty plain. I can come up with something fancy. I can come up with some nice state-of-the-art concepts, and I branched out on my own. But I was always reeled back to this screen here. You stick to these principles, because this is what we've decided on as a team. Now, our goals and objective of the Launchpad was understanding our users, the students. How can we get them involved? How can we tell the stories? There was a very important seminar that we attended earlier this year that emphasized that a lot of us do fun stuff in our programs and projects with interns, with students. But do we tell the story? Earlier in the presentation, the young man told us that a lot of us are doing things and we're not presenting it to the top level, so you're not able to get credit. So we want to aim at putting content on this site so that interns that are involved in the OSSI system can give a testimony on how they've been successful. We want to create engaging content, not boring, consistent data, training tools also on how to use the OSSI system. Maintenance, easy to maintain. We want to be able to provide content that's fresh. And then one stop. Can we really take care of the internship in one stop? So what we've done is we've developed a content administration panel that feeds a database so that we can update these several UIs that you'll see shortly. And this will allow us to maintain a fresh look and feel. And what we've done is we've created interactive multimedia that we can swap out every time you visit the site. It will refresh hourly, okay, in our next version, so that it always remains consistent with a new look and feel. In our software design lifecycle, we took client requirements. We've involved the student ambassadors from intern.nasa.gov, former URL site, NSABC, sorry for the acronym. And we've worked with our design and development team. We've held a client review with student ambassadors, focus group, and captured data metrics, and we've also passed our 508 compliance review also. So I'm going to show you the release of our first launchpad. Here we are. This is our look here. Immediately, you'll see our first button, accessible low bandwidth button. If you are a person with 508 disabilities, since we're doing a lot of interactivity down here, you won't be left out. You can click this link, and you have a text description of the site where screen accessible readers can read this content for each one of these multimedia content containers. Then also here, if you are on a PDA and you want to see the same images that are on the interactive version, you can click this, toggle between images. Then clear, and most importantly, we have our quick launch to apply for intern fellowships and scholarship opportunities. And we have our solo logo here. So this is the first element that's hit after our main navigation. Then also to the right, we can quickly launch several different tools that are used here for our one-stop shopping OSSI Launchpad. Here we are in some of our interactive pieces. I should have had sound here. But this here is one of our ambassadors here that gives a verbal description of the solar system, a brief description that allows those who are on the go to hear it and click into the solar system. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave this to Debbie here. But this is our interactive feature here. In each one of these, hopefully, we will get an ambassador to be involved in the site on providing content. That allows them to be a part of it, to showcase some of their ideas, and then again, tell our story. We have here other NASA-related interns, fellowships, or scholarships. We can click on these links that will take us to general opportunities. And then also for non-U.S. citizen opportunities. We have a panel for NASA domestic and international STEM outreach. Also for NASA-related student research. And then if you want to update your contact information for NASA interns, fellowship, and past alumni. Then if you have any questions, this will be a gateway so that questions can be answered by the solar system. And then we have interactive media here. This panel will contain all different types of features, story, videos, and then also fun Blackboard items, announcements, and such. So, I know you want to see solar. This is a quick launch pad description and piece, but I'd like to introduce my co-partner here for the solar system so she can demo her product.